This conference will now be recorded.
And I'll hand it off to Mike.
Okay, thank you everybody for joining us today. I know we've got people from quite a few different time zones on here, and I want to thank you for getting up early or staying up late. We'll get started here. Like Dick said, I've got a lot of material to cover here. I really didn't realize I was going to get into this much when I started. First thing here, I'm going to go back to the 67 real quick. I think the last time I said this was like for a replacement, but this was actually at the beginning of 67. They did not have the all of the owner or the warranty books, and this thing, this little piece right here kind of explains, and that was just presented to them until they got their owner protection plan booklet. So I want to correct that from the last time, and we'll get started on with the 68s now. 68, actually starting in 1960, the AIMs had this miscellaneous shipping list that listed all the paperwork that was supposed to be in the cars. And up to 82, you've got a list of basically what should be in here if you've got the AIM. For the most part, there is some stuff that's not in here, and there's some stuff that is kind of deleted through the year as we go through it. The owner's manual for 68, there was two versions of it. This is what the cover looked like. First edition had a different part number than the second edition. The warranty book on the 68s, original ones should have the VIN number kind of stamped along the side. If it's a replacement book, it will not have that. Inside the book, you'll find your protective plate, which this particular item is not judged anymore. I've had a lot of questions here sent to me in the last month about what all is judged. They've had questions that said that they didn't believe that we judged the glove box content. The only part of the glove box content that is not judged anymore is the protective plate and the warranty booklet, or the owner protection plan booklet, I guess, is not supposedly judged anymore. Other than that, all the contents is. If you have a car that's shipped to Canada, you get a little different protection plan booklet than you do if it's in the States. Also in 68, they had this air pollution booklet that come along with the rest of the content. It had a part number at the bottom of the back page. The first edition was this kind of yellowish color. The second edition, from what I understand, was a bluish color. 69, I'm going to try and go through this kind of quickly here. I'll stop every couple of years if we've got questions, so we don't have to go back so far. Again, you got the miscellaneous shipping list, which covers all the stuff that should be in there. The owner's manual, here's the warranty sheet that come with it, with the protective plate in 69. You've got a original versus a reproduction here. You can see the original at the bottom's a little worn and tore, but the reproductions are real close to what we should have. Here's the inside cover, the difference of the two. Like, once again, they're really close, so there's not much difference in them. A lot of the reproductions, though, will have a authorized reprint from GM somewhere in them. You had two editions in 69 also. You had a first edition and a second edition with a different part number at the bottom. Also in 69, you should have a yellow insert in the owner's manual. It says it's about the air pollution, but it's got a few other items along with it in this insert that's in here. The warranty kind of gives you an idea of the size of it, and you can see the protective plate stuck on the top part of the sheet there on the one side and the back side of the front cover. Also in 69, added in late November, early December, car should have this warranty and owner responsibility sheet. Kind of the inside of it here. Also, you should have a key envelope. The one in 68 should still have the octagon on. In 69, we went to the square, rectangular end of the key label. And you can kind of see in the middle here, they kind of had a machine that left them imprints on it in the process of making the little envelope. Here you can see an original on the left versus some reproductions on the right. You can see the first reproduction to the right of the original. The lettering is quite a bit different. Prevent car theft is a lot bigger on the reproduction, and also the lettering down below it. You can also see the key at the bottom. It's a little smaller. The lettering out on the key end out there is kind of cramped in the reproductions, where the original, it's got a little space around it. The reproductions off to the right, the last two, the lettering is fairly close on them. Just the key difference is a big thing. Also 69, they had headlight washers, and this tag could be in the owner's pack. It was stuck in the back end, but it should have a string on the end of it, so it could be tied somewhere in the car so the owner could see it. The earlier ones was a different thickness in the cardboard that was used. So earlier cars should have a thinner card than the later cars. Is there any questions on the 68, 69 stuff so far?
No questions in the chat box.
Okay. Any comments or any additions that anybody wants to add to that? If not, we'll keep on moving, I guess. 1970s, owner manual, the warranty book. The warranty book, you still had a protective plate, 70. You can see it up at the top there. Basically, these warranties were about the same. A lot of this stuff is just kind of a repeat, just changed a little bit from year to year. In 70, we had a consumer information sheet that started showing up. 71, owner's manual, a little bit different cover than what we've been seeing the last couple of years. First edition, you can see down here at the middle right there, and that one to the right. We have a second edition in 71 also. The warranty, they changed colors of the sheets on the different years in the C3s here. Still has the protection plate in it in 71. 71 consumer information sheet, again, just changed the date on it, basically the same cover. 72, is there any questions on 70, 71? Any addition stuff anybody wants to add? I realize I'm kind of going through this kind of quick, but as much information as coming up here, it gets kind of hard to keep it in a small time frame here. For 72, this is kind of an overview of some of the stuff that come with the 72 car. You can see the consumer information, the trim ring sheet, which is basically the same thing as started in 67. Different owner's manual cover here, the radio sheet come with it. Here's the cover of the 72. Inside, the page you fill out to send in for your registration, for your Corvette news and other stuff for the Corvettes. See the first edition limited on this. We got a second edition also. '72, instead of using the envelope with the key on it, it went clear in '72. Before that, it had some other printing on it. Had a key at the bottom and a Chevrolet bow tie with a couple circles around the tops and the later on the earlier ones there. Got a sheet on the seat belt operation, and there's the trim ring sheet again. You can see at the bottom it's still got the '66 date on it. '72 warranty sheet. You can see it changed colors on this again. Different years have the different colors on the front cover. Also, you got the consumer information. Basically, again, just changed the date on it. Cover's basically the same as the last couple years. First edition of the excuse me. '72, we got this emission control system pamphlet. Also in the pack that come with the glove box. You can see it's got a couple different additions to it. Again, if it was shipped to Canada, you had a different warranty book that went up there with the cars. '73s. Owner's manual cover. View the inside pages on the '73. The back cover, you can see it's got the part number at the lower left. If you look in the AIM, it should have that part number listed for the owner's manual. '73, we changed to the radial tires and we started getting a basically kind of a warranty guarantee sheet for the tires that come with the cars. You can also see the new vehicle warranty, the color changed on it to the right there. And then we got emissions control system information and warranty on the left. Warranty card. '73, we no longer had the protective plate. It stopped in '72. The emission control system information and warranty book that come with it. You can see there's a part number down in the lower left-hand corner. That should also be listed in the AIM, so you know you got the right one. Here's a just a picture of the tire warranty guarantee that come with the cars. Consumer information, you can see it changed a little bit in '73. It don't have the big '73. It's just up in the upper right-hand corner where the ones before had the big last two digits of the year in larger print in the kind of in the middle. Any questions on the '72, '73s? Any comments, any additions?
Yeah, there was a chat question. They didn't specify the year car, but it's a December manufacture date, and the owner's manual is dated February. So the question was, per CDCIF, the date is obviously wrong, but would there even be a point deduction given all the other contents? It may just be a dot if that's the only issue. I don't remember offhand how many points you get for the glove box contents. Do you, Mike?
I can't tell you right offhand, but I would think that I would note it and probably dot it, because I doubt whether there's enough variation there that it would be worth a deduction at that point in time. Just for the simple reason, I mean, it's basically the right one, but it's the wrong date code on it, because I know they changed them just a little bit from print to print, but not much.
Mhm. And then there's another question on with the protective plate going away in 72, then how were the warranties processed if you did not have that plate carbon
Um,
copy with the code?
I'm not sure right away if they started when they did away with protection plates, but later on, I know they sent a sheet along, and I've got pictures of it back in here a little bit coming up, where they've got the VIN number on it and all the information for the car that is pulled. It's like a little stickum label that is pulled off and stuck on the warranty papers, I believe. If anybody can help me on that, I'm pretty sure that's the way it was after the protection plates.
And then another question for the Canadian export cars, did that export information come as part of the glove box contents?
Yes, sir. It was actually in the AIM. There's a different part number listing for the Canadian export cars. If it's a Canadian export, it's got a different number for that particular sheet, and it comes in place of the one that would be here for the States.
Okay, and then the question was, if it's missing, then how is that judged? I would assume then if that's completely gone, is that enough on its own to justify a full point? Or again, that could just be a dot if there's enough other contents there.
It depends on how much contents, because I know it varies from year to year how much was sent to the cars. So if there was just a couple items that particular year and you're missing one, I would say it would be, you'd have to really consider hard of taking a point deduction for it missing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if there's like 15 items, then you're looking a little different situation. But like I said, I know through the years, there's a different amount of paperwork that was issued with the cars. So it would kind of depend on the year and what all was missing.
Right. And then if you have a Canadian car, but you don't have any other documentation, like where the dealer was or anything else, I mean, is there any other way for somebody to know that it was truly a Canadian car and then look for that document? Or is there really not a clear indication beyond that?
Oh, I don't know of any way that you would actually know that that was a Canadian car. I don't know if any, I know we got some Canadians on there. Is there anybody can help me on this? Is there any particular way you know if it's exported to Canada or not? Okay.
Okay. That was it for chat questions.
Okay. We will keep moving. 74. Okay, in 74, it still shows that we get a trim ring instruction sheet here. This is going to be kind of particular. Remember this because it's still here in 74, and I still got the miscellaneous shipping list here in 74. 75s, I could not find a miscellaneous shipping list in the AIM. I've talked to 2 or 3 other people. They looked in their AIMs, and we could not find a miscellaneous shipping list. And I'll get into that when we get into the 75s here a little more. So this is basically what come with the 75s or 74s. Excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Basically, you got your owner's manual, your consumer information, the warranty, the emissions, the tires. We gained a maintenance schedule, and you got your radio sheet and a clear plastic envelope. Just some pictures of the contents here, so you kind of got an idea. There's 74 warranty. You can see it's a little different color than the other ones. Emissions, and your maintenance schedule. Your key. And I believe this is the right codes for the this year. Okay, 75. There's some question of whether the trim ring sheet actually come with the cars. I've seen both ways. I've seen some 75s have the trim ring sheet. You can see it up to the upper left. And there's some cars that reported did not come with them from original owners. Like I said before, I could not find the miscellaneous shipping list for the 75 cars. So whether the trim ring sheet was deleted during 75, I don't know. If anybody can ever find a miscellaneous shipping list for 75, I sure would appreciate a copy of it. Other than that, like I said, I've seen them both ways on original cars. Some have it, some don't. I don't know whether the ones that had it was early cars and they deleted it during the time and the later cars did not have it. There still needs to be more research done on this as far as I'm concerned. Here's your owner's manual for 75. Back cover, the inside. And there you can see the trim ring sheet, maintenance, the warranty, consumer information. Also had the key envelope and the clear envelope to put everything in. And right in the middle, you can see a sheet that's got the VIN numbers. And this, from what I understand, was used for the warranty work. That's what kind of replaced the protective plates. And also you can see on this particular car, there was a Delco battery limited warranty sheet come with it. Here's your warranty information sheet. Consumer information. Now 76, here's the miscellaneous shipping, and there is no listing for a trim ring card on this. And I believe our judging manuals state that 76 and 77 is supposed to have it. From what I'm seeing in the AIMs, it's not supposed to be with the cars, and the cars I've looked at did not have it. That was original owner cars. So I'm not sure about the new judging manuals coming out. I know there's one just about ready to come out. I'm not sure if they've got that corrected in it, but from everything I've researched, there should not be a trim ring sheet after 75, and 75 is still kind of questionable. Here's
Mike, question. Go back one.
Go back one.
Yes.
Yes.
What's that? Into that 10B, that fourth item. Isn't that the trim ring?
Right here. That is the trim rings themselves. That is the trim rings themselves. They were put in the car. They were not put on the car. If I go back, hang on here a minute. Let me go back to the 74. Okay, here you can see trim ring instructions right at the end of the arrow. You see that?
Yes, in the trim ring right above it. Okay.
Correct. So if we go back to the 76, you can see the trim ring, but there is no trim ring instructions.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Okay, we're going to move on here a little bit. There's kind of an overview of what comes with the 76. You can see again a clear envelope. The owner's manual. The warranty information, you can see the color changed on it for this year again. The maintenance schedule. There's what a maintenance schedule sheet looks like opened up. Kind of gives you when you're supposed to do your maintenance off to the left there, and kind of tells you what periods of time that everything is supposed to happen off to the right. There's the other side of it. Just more instructions on when things are supposed to happen. Consumer information sheet again. 76, we started with the aluminum wheels, and this sheet should come with the aluminum wheels. That's the only sheet that I could find that's supposed to be in the packet pertaining to wheels, nothing on the trim rings. 77. Is there any other questions? Before
Yeah,
we
Mike,
go on?
there's a couple chat questions. When we were talking about how to figure out if a car was from Canada or not, one of the members commented, at least on a 77, it has Canadian stickers in the door jamb, and then the unleaded fuel label is bilingual. But beyond 77, he's not sure if that type of thing appeared in any other car.
Okay,
And then,
I do know there's a label on the firewall too that was just put on Canadian cars, but I mean that could be added too. So other than that, I don't know.
okay. And then there was a question on, is there any other special information provided about the plastic bumpers that were on the 73 and 74 cars?
I did not find any other information on that. Whether there was, I don't know. If anybody's got any other stuff, because I had a couple original owner 74s give me information too, and there was nothing in their packet that they sent me.
And then somebody just made a quick comment that they think GM of Canada still has records for Canadian cars, so you might be able to contact them with the VIN for some additional information.
Okay, thank you.
And that's it.
Okay, we'll kind of move on. 77 owner's manual. Again, we got the maintenance schedule for 77. Basically about the same. Consumer information again. With the stereo radios, this started showing up. 77, you got a sleeve that went over the sun visor. Kind of give you descriptions on the ignition, how ignition system and the turn signal stuff worked, and also the mirrors, the sport mirrors. Got the battery warranty, and for the cruise control, if you had cruise control, this should have a tag like this with the car. Firestone tire warranty again. A little more on the ignition operation instructions. '78 pace car was a silver anniversary, both kind of special editions that year. This particular group here was from a regular 78. You can tell by the owner's manual. If you had a pace car, you got a different owner's manual. And here is the shipping list. And you can see on the upper left-hand corner where it says manual owners, and right below it, it says Z78, and that was a Canadian export. So there's a different number for that. No, wait a minute. That's excuse me, back up. The Z78 was the pace car, so you had a different manual for that. But down below, you see, I guess this one don't have the different number for the Canadian book. It had two different numbers for the tire charts. I suppose one for Goodyear and one for Firestone, maybe. Okay, here's the two different owner's manuals. The regular one to the right and the pace car to the left. Inside, first page, the sheet you send in for your Corvette news and the warranty information, and you can see there's a date or a part number down here. And if you go back to the list here, you should be able to find that number should match what's in here on the warranty information. Also the consumer information. All these have part numbers on them and they should match up with what's in the AIM. Here's the maintenance schedule and emissions. This is the maintenance schedule. I guess the emissions was part of the warranty stuff up there. And here's a Goodyear tire warranty sheet to the left with your battery warranty to the right. Also, once again, if you had the aluminum wheels, you got this sheet along with the car. And they started putting CVs in them. If you had a CV, you got this sheet here with it, which basically it's to get your CV or license to work the CV and tells you kind of how to operate it, and gives you a temporary permit to operate it until you file your license, get your license from the Federal Communications Commission. Also, you ended up with a blower motor operation sheet that should have come along with the car. Just kind of explaining the rear blower or the defogger system. Any questions after that?
Yeah, there was a question on the sun visor sleeve. Is that considered glove box contents?
It's really not glove box content. It's listed in the AIM. I just kind of threw that in there, I guess, because it was listed there. I just kind of tried to get most of the paperwork that was put inside the car.
So Mike, should that be installed on the sun visor, or is that be included in the glove box contents where it's charged?
It should be stuck over the sun visor. The way it was from the factory, it was put on the sun visor.
Okay.
It was just a sleeve that slid over it, yes. And the one side was the ignition part of it, and the other side was the mirror part of it. So if it was folded up, you'd see one. You fold it down, you'd see the other one. Okay? Anything else?
No.
Any more comments or anything else? Okay, we'll move on a little bit. 79, owner's manual. Warranty information sheet. Consumer information sheet again. The tire warranty changed the label, or changed its looks a little bit. Again, you had the blower motor in 79. This was sent to me by one of the members who, as original owner 79, that this come with his car. I'm not sure. I think it was in the glove box with the rest of the stuff. Kind of an interesting sheet I'd never seen before till he sent it to me. I don't think that is in the AIM for the 79s. (1980s), the owner's manual. The inside sheet you tear out and send in for your Corvette news. Consumer information. 81s. Kind of an overview of the stuff that come with some 81s. The owner's manual. Again, the consumer information sheet again. The new radios had a different information booklet on them. And you can see the tire warranty to the left. Maintenance schedule for 81. And again, if you got a CB radio, you got the sheets with that. 82, excuse me, we had the collector's edition. Again, you had two different owner's manuals. You can see the regular 82 manual over here, the collector's edition over here. Other than that, the rest of the information with it was pretty much the same. Standard owner's manual and the collector's edition owner manual. Maintenance schedule. Consumer information again. And Goodyear tire, again, they changed the looks of the cover. And we've added another piece of literature here. Now we're getting into the C4s. Is there any more questions or any comments on the latter part of the C3s? Okay, we'll move on into the C4s. Kind of an overview of what all come in the C4s here. The owner's manual. Back side of it. You can see the part number down to the left. Again, with the Bose system, we had a completely different manual for the radios. You can see to the left, there's the maintenance schedule again. They're still sending them out with the cars. Maintenance schedule and the protection plan pamphlets. And the Goodyear tire. And excuse me, an insurance brochure from General Motors. The protection plan. '85s. Basically a lot of the same stuff. They just had the owner's manual was had the 85 on it. Pretty much the same other paperwork as the 84 had. The 86. We got a little difference here in the owner's manual. Had the year put on it, plus we had a leather case coming with it, plus we got a different Bose radio system sheet here. There's the cover of the owner's manual, the warranty and owner's information, the maintenance schedule, the protection plan. Again, the tire warranty, the Bose music. Also a couple other sheets that come with the car. More information on the gas you're supposed to run. A little more clarification on your 550 warranty, what was covered, what wasn't covered, how long it was covered. 86, we started with the convertibles again. So we had a convertible top sheet that come with the cars. Explaining the operation. 87. A little bit of an overview of what come with the cars. The owner's manual. the warranty, the maintenance schedule. They kind of changed the looks of them a little bit. Your Delco, the Bose system, music system again. You got a cassette tape with the car, and a tire warranty. You have a card to carry in your wallet for the protection plan. 87 protection agreement. Any questions on the early C3 so far? Any comments, any additions? Anybody can add anything? Okay, we'll move on. A little bit of an overview of what comes with some of the 88s. Again, a lot of the stuff is kind of repetition. The owner's manual, they just upgraded to put 88 on the front of it. Basically the same paperwork as the earlier cars. Some tags off to the right there for additional information on the anti-lock brake system and about running them through a automatic car wash. '89s. Basically the same paperwork come with that. The owner's manual went to a black cover rather than the silver colors as they've been having so far. The warranty and owner's assistant changed a little bit, the presentation of it. Again, the Bose music system pamphlet or booklet, your leather case, your tire warranty. Again, a little information on running them through an automatic car wash, and another sheet on the convertible tops off to the right. Also, you could start getting a hard top. If you got the hard top option, this information come along with it. A little fold out telling you operation of how to put it on, put it off, take it off. So if you got a car with a hard top, it should have that sheet along with it. 1990. A little bit of an overview of the stuff that should come with that. Again, you can see here that we got the convertible top operation and the hard top operation sheet. If you had a convertible and had the hard top. Other than that, most of the other sheets along with it, other than the owner's manual, is kind of pretty much the same. These sheets should be like the ones earlier. Again, telling you about the automatic car wash, the tops. You got a VCR tape explaining a lot of stuff on the car with the. You got an instruction sheet on the wheels. '91. Basically, the paperwork's kind of the same other than the owner's manual again. See the owner's manual. These sheets are like the ones from the earlier cars. '92. basic glove box content. You can see along with the leather case, now we're getting pins and an air pressure gauge, 82 owner's manual, a roadside assistance sheet. If you had a ZR1, you got a special VCR tape. Is there any other comments or questions, or anybody add anything up to this point on what we've went through here lately?
Yeah, there was a question on the cassette tape for 87. Is that the only year that they provided a cassette tape?
I believe there was another couple years that they provided a cassette tape, but I can't tell you exactly what all years it was. I know then they changed to the VCR tapes later on for the different stuff.
Yep, actually, I just read another post from someone that seems consistent that they did use cassette tapes for a few years, then switched over to VHS, but
Yes.
specific time frames he didn't know.
Okay. Is there any other comments or any other questions, or?
What about the ZR1s with the pizza boxes? Was there something listed for that?
As far as what do you mean?
In the glove box, the owner's manual made reference to the ZR1s that had the pizza box equipment, and they had additional stuff with that went in the glove box.
Okay, I'll tell you, I've run into so much stuff, I can't really, can anybody elaborate on that? I'm a little more, because I'm not sure. I'm trying to get through my notes here, and I can't keep up.
Randy did say a ZR1 had a pizza box, but didn't specify years.
Okay.
And another question was, if your car does come with a cassette or a VHS, how is that judged? Any differently than everything else?
It's supposed to be with the car when you have it judged. If it's not there, there's again, there's so much content on some of this, it's kind of hard to take points deduction for just one missing item, but you at least need to note it. If you don't take a deduction, it kind of depends on, I guess, how much stuff is missing, how much, or, if you make a deduction or not. Anybody want to comment on that any further?
It has to be with the car. It's judged in ops.
Okay.
Then
Now,
George,
what about
isn't the cassette itself judged in the glove box contents? If you've got it, you get the points, and if it's missing, you don't.
Okay.
It's both, I think. You don't have to use the original cassette tape that GM gave you to test the operations of the cassette player. But if it's got a cassette player, which I think all radios did, you got to have one. Any old cassette to try it for ops.
Yeah, ops. You need either cassette or BC, or a disc later on to check it during ops. But as far as the content there, if you don't have the original ones from the car, it should be with the car when it's judged. If you don't have it, there's probably a small deduction should be taken for missing items in the glove box content. Correct?
Well, the 88, 89 manual does not call for a cassette tape in the contents.
Okay.
Somebody else just mentioned they have a cassette tape for their 89.
Okay. Well, I guess I know some of the judging manuals are getting updated with some more information that's come out. I'm not sure where we're at on the the C4 stuff as far as getting it updated of what should be there and what shouldn't be there. But I know the C3s, they're working on a couple of them to try and get them updated. A lot of them have been. So I guess you need to go by what's the what the judging manual says right now, and kind of keep tabs of when they upgrade them of what you should have there. Or if you look in the AIM up to the 80 up through the 82s, you should pretty much know what you should have in the car. Anything else anybody wants to bring up or contradict me or make any more comments? Okay, we'll move on. 80 or 93s. Kind of give you an overview of what all come with the car. And I know the 40th anniversary, there's some different things like this that come with them. Again, you've got all sorts of little warranty or notification tags that supposed to be with the car. I'm not sure if it tells you that in the judging manuals or not, but they did come with the cars. Warranties. I know the CFC pamphlet, there's oh, Pat, can you jump in here and help me out on this?
Yeah, the issue with the CFCs came in '94 where they changed the air conditioning. So
Okay.
it's in the there's a lot of stuff now when you get 94 through 96 is incorrect. However, you're told to judge by the manual, but they went to a different air conditioning stuff, so you really don't need that CFC.
Okay. 94s. In 94, the you see this particular one, the owner's manual is a red car, and this particular one, the owner's manual, is a black or darker colored car. And you got a special ZR1 leather cover. You can see the ZR1 on the leather cover. Okay, early cars had the red manual. It was replaced with the darker color manual. And here is a letter from GM explaining when they got the darker colored ones, the dealers were supposed to replace the red ones with the darker colored ones. And this sheet kind of tells about it being replaced. Did I say that correct, Pat?
Yeah, that letter basically says we got a piece of crap for the first one, and we're going to give you a better one.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got that same letter.
Okay.
Also make note, Mike, that in that time frame, they also changed the inside configuration of the black leather pouch.
Okay.
I'm presuming it came with the difference came with the later, revised manual, but I have a whole schedule here of measurements inside, where the slits go and things like that. But they did have two pouches also in '94.
So the leather fuller pouch that come with it, the pockets inside was changed around then.
That's correct.
Okay. You can see here's the darker colored owner's manual. And there's the leather case that Pat was just talking about. And you can see the leather case here for a ZR1. It's got it on the bottom imprinted on it. The flashlight and the pin that come with them. I believe there's a little bit of variation through the years on these too, if I recall right.
Mike, that's correct. The lettering changes a little bit.
On the writing on the pin and the writing on the flashlight here.
Correct.
And you also got some note paper pad with it. And there's the tire warranty. A little bit on the keyless entry system. The VCR tape, the Goodyear tire warranty. '95s. A little bit of an overview on the what come with it. The owner's manual. Some other the paperwork that come with it. You can also see the notepad up in the upper left-hand corner of the left one. Roadside assistance sheet or pamphlet.
Mike,
Yes.
I don't believe that came with that, because what happened is they changed to the roadside assistance where after you bought the car, you got a packet from GM saying, here's a letter, here's your roadside assistance stuff. And it's also, if you remember that little sticker that went on the driver's side window.
Yes.
So once again, we're told to judge by the manual, but there's a lot of stuff changed in 94, 95, 96 that if you go to the judging sheets in the manual, half are right, half are wrong, and then there's probably 10 more items that should be added. Causes a lot of confusion. Tom Barr is aware of this and he's trying to change it now.
Okay. Do they have upgrade manuals in progress right now, Pat?
No, I was just talking to Tom last week and he wants to start it right away because what happened is they rushed the 94, 96 manuals into production. They brought a lot of information from the 92, 93 into the 94, 96 manuals, and a lot of it is wrong for the 94, 96.
Yeah, I'm aware of a lot of that. Okay. 96. You can see the little bit of an overview of what come. There's a leather pouch kind of opened up. Maintenance schedule, the warranty, owner's assistant information there. Again, you got the keyless entry card to the left, to the right, and the convertible top to the left. The flashlight and a leather pouch should be with them. Goodyear tire. C-5s. I guess I'm getting through this better than I thought I was going to. Is there any
Hey, Mike,
any other questions or comments through the C4 stuff? Anybody else bring anything else up or any questions that?
There was a general
Yeah, Mike?
question just then. Go ahead.
Good. Mike?
Yeah.
Those pouches from about 89 or 87, I don't have the exact date, all came in what's called a delivery bag, okay? That bag can go from clear with letters on it, and the pouch goes in that bag, okay?
Okay.
And then the follow-up on the roadside assistance, after the owner bought the car, they got a packet from GM. In the judging manual, it calls for an emergency key. Well, that emergency key, once again, is not right. What you got with the packet after you bought the car was called a courtesy key. It looked the same, but it also had your VIN stamped on the little packet container for the key. But that should not be a judged item because it's mailed to the owner after the purchase of the car.
That was sent from GM to the owner then.
Correct. We're in the judging manual calls for the emergency key. No, that's long gone because once again, like in '94, they changed the roadside assistance method over. So the owner got this packet. In the packet was a bunch of stuff, and that key was like the same type of little pouch as the previous keys, but it's a brass key, not a plastic key, and the VIN number is on that pouch. And there's a whole letter explanation and 2 little roadside assistant cards. But once again, all of that came after the dealer prep.
So that's not judged then now.
Correct. Well,
Okay.
once again, it's in the manual.
Yeah.
And Mike, there was a general question on how best to display the glove box contents. Keep them in the box, take them out, put them in a folder.
Mike,
yeah.
one of the really senior judges that most of us know told us to actually take that stuff out of the glove box and put it in a binder. That would prohibit it from really getting messed up from taking it in and taking it out. And most of the people are inserting that stuff in a binder.
That way it's kind of protected when the judges look at it so it don't get abused and hurt.
Correct. You don't have to, but that's the preferred way that this senior judge prefers to judge.
Okay.
And then there was a question on what section of the AIM would the glove box list be found?
Okay, and the AIMS, it was in section O for the C3s. The later C3s, I'm thinking. Oh, wait a minute, section O. Yeah, section O was in most of the C3s in the AIMs.
Okay. And then there was a question on the service info sheet. It had a phone number of the dealer. Is this true for all or customized for each dealer? I'm not sure what years they were specifying.
I'm not sure on that. I don't know. I can't give you a good answer on that. Is there anybody that can answer that question?
And then another question, I know we're only talking about documents in the glove box, but would a hardtop tool be considered a glove box content for the 1980s cars?
Yes, the wrenches, whatever they need, is supposed to be in with the glove box content. I believe also the license plate screws and there's some other stuff that goes along with the glove box content. But I just more or less focused on the paperwork part of the stuff.
And then for 96, to clarify, it should have a pen, the CFC brochure, and the roadside assistance as part of the glove box contents?
No, that's not correct. The CFC is gone because of the changeover in the antifreeze type of stuff, and also that's gone.
Okay.
It should have a pin though, right?
Yes, a pen and a flashlight, and also I think it's the UJ7 or something like that is the option for the tire gauge. All the cars don't have the tire gauge, only if you have that option.
If you had the run flats is the only way you got the tire gauge.
Correct.
Yes.
And then for the 96, what about the notepad and then the keyless entry system sticker?
Yes.
Okay. That's all the questions, Mike.
Okay. Thank you, Pat.
Well, you're quite welcome. Thank you, Mike.
Okay, we'll move on to the C5s. If there's no more comments or questions. 97, glove box content, basically, overview of what was there. The owner's manual should have a supplement page. There you can see a folder opened up. Some of the information inside you can see here. There is some the notepad here, the flashlight. The pin is here in the middle. There's the leather case closed up, and your warranty book and your tire warranty sheet. Warranty and owner's assistance information, and here's a sheet that for programming your key fobs for the passive entry, passive or active, whichever way you want to program them. This kind of tells you how to do it. A wheel instruction sheet. There's your VCR tape and also the pin and the flashlight. '98, the pace cars was one of the 98. There was kind of an overview of all the glove box content for the '98. The owner's manual. Some of the warranty stuff. Some warning sheets. And you also have the emergency key down here. A little bit on the airbags, warning sheet, and there's your pin, your flashlight, and your notepad, still coming with the cars. Again, the key fob sheet and a supplement sheet for the '98 owner's manuals. Some roadside assistant sheets. Card with a roadside assistance number on it you can carry in your wallet. A convertible top instruction sheet. And if you had the pace car, you this would probably be in the back section behind the seats. The decals for the car. Again, the VCR tape, and you had an inspection sheet you could fill out.
Mike, for your information, the '95 pace cars also had a pizza box like that with the decals.
Okay. The same as what does this '98, this box right here is what you're saying?
Yes.
This box. Okay. '99s.
Mike,
Yes.
you showed a couple of slides back that famous roadside assistance brochure. Yeah, this one here, yeah, right on right. I sort of question that, okay?
Okay.
Because remember, they did away with that roadside assistance brochure in '94. Now, it could be, I'm not familiar with the later cars, but I'd question that.
Okay. I'm not sure. I just I've had so many people send me so much information, and I've gathered up so much that I could have mixed some of this up with some some years that it didn't belong to. I try to keep it all straight, but I'll tell you, the amount of information I found out on this was just overwhelming.
Oh, I agree with you. And the problem is there's so much misinformation.
Yes. You try and research it to the point where you think you've got everything right, but about that time something jumps up and bites you.
And Mike, Chris here again. Another interesting thing about the roadside assistance piece for Corvette is there was a different number, a different phone number to call. It wasn't the general Chev USA. It was Chev ZR1.
Okay.
Maybe that doesn't fit the same digits. I don't know, but I think it was actually a different phone number for Corvette owners.
So this phone number here would be different for Corvette.
What is it? 8872? Maybe I've got it wrong then. Yeah, 8971. It was a different phone number.
Huh. Maybe because they needed a different, like a flatbed rather than a wrecker to tow the car, so they had a special place that took care of that.
I don't know.
That 243 number is the same one we use today.
Okay. Anything else anybody can add?
Hey, there was a quick comment on license plates. If they're already installed on the car, do you still need to have the envelope with screws as part of the glove box contents?
From what I understand, yes, the envelope should be there. Is that correct? I'm not getting any comments on that, but as far as I know, the envelope should be there even if the screws are on the car.
You are correct.
Okay, anything else? Okay, we'll move on a little bit here. 99, some of the glove box content. The owner's manual. Again, some of the warranty information. 2000. Some of the glove box content here for the 2000s. You can see we got the pin and the flashlight inside the leather case. There's the owner's manual. Leather case. Some of the other paperwork alongside the inspection or the inspection forms and stuff. Still got the notepad with it. The warranty and owner's assistant information pamphlet. 2001.
Hey, Mike,
Yes.
can you go back to slide 402, please? Okay,
Yeah.
up in the, right next to the highway, auto and light truck tire, there's a bag, okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, initially the numbers were on the bag. I mentioned before, the delivery bags where the pouch was inside, okay?
Uh-huh.
In later years, I think 94, 95, they put this white piece of paper with the part number and whether it was a ZR1 or not, whether it was non-domestic or whatever. That item came with most of the, at least the mid C4s in different configurations, and like the numbers were stamped on the bag, but then about 94, 95, they changed to this setup where a slip of paper was inside the bag. That slip of paper comes out, and that's called a delivery bag.
Okay. Good information. Thank you.
You're welcome, Mike.
Okay, 2001. You can see some of the glove box content. There's the bag with the sheet or that paper on there again. There's the Z06 leather case. Warranty and owner's assistant information. Your pin and your flashlight. You can see the tire sheet again. (2002). Some of the glove box content there. Again, most of the content. The Z06 sheet, you can see here the pad had Z06 on it. The owner's manual. Some of the warranty information. Again, you had a supplement page that went in the manual here. (2003). Again, some of the glove box content overview here. (2003), we had a VCR plus a disc. Leather case. Some of the content inside it. You can see the notepad, the flashlight. The leather case is Z06. You can see it's imprinted on it for the Z06s. Warranty and owner's assistant information booklet. Your tire warranty. And tire pressure gauge with the Z06 imprinted on it. The VCR and the CD. (2004). Some of the glove box content for it. The owner's manual. The survey sheet to come with them. The owner of the warranty and owner's information booklet. Again, you had a supplement sheet that went inside. A leather case and an OnStar CD come with that. Tire warranty and some other warranty information, and an OnStar sheet off to the right. Should be with the cars. And an owner instruction CD should have come with the car. And I believe that is the end of it. So anybody got any comments? Anybody want to add anything else?
Mike, somebody mentioned that OnStar was not in 2004.
Okay.
And then somebody else mentioned in their 98, they have a supplemental page about competitive driving in addition to the active handling system.
Okay.
And Mike, the 2004 Z06 had a tire pressure gauge and a pen, and I believe they also had it in 03, and I don't know about 02.
Okay. Any other comments or anything else anybody wants to add?
All right, well, that's good. We got all the way through. In about a week or so, judging points should be assigned, and then we'll also send out a link to everybody that registered to download and view this, and then we'll also post the recording and video on our chapter website along with the others. Let's see, there might have been one more question that came through here. For 96, would the bag that the glove box items came in be large enough to accommodate the VHS tape?
I'm not sure whether the tape was in the bag or not. What can you clarify that, Pat? You still here?
Yeah, I don't think it would fit. I think 93 it did, but then the question comes that tape in 95, 96 is told to be placed in the side panel of the door. Okay, just like you were talking about paper, the armrest on the passenger side has a compartment. Inside a compartment was a paint survey from the plant, at which nobody knew that compartment even existed. So they got very little response for that paint survey.
Is that it as far as the questions, Nick, or is there any more?
Nope, that's it.
Comment?
Anybody else got anything to add, would like to add, or tell me what else I did wrong?
I have a comment about the 2004 Z06 contents.
Yes.
The pen itself, I bought mine new. It's a commemorative edition Z06. There wasn't a pen in it, and there's no place in the manual for them to clip a pen. It just came with a tire gauge.
Okay.
Now maybe the dealer took it. I don't know.
Oh, they wouldn't have done that on you, would they?
I don't know. But anyway, that's my comment.
Okay. Anything else?
Where did you buy the pen?
Where did I buy the pen?
Yes.
I don't have a pen.
All right, I think that's it. We appreciate everybody joining. Take care.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, everybody.
Great job.